Hey guys, JoeBiz34 back again. Just wanted to do a nice review on this guy here, well deserved. I was very pleasantly surprised with this one. You know, we often hear about, third-party vendors or third-party companies and we kind of put our nose up to it, but some of them are proving otherwise. They're proving us wrong, and SooSoo Toys is definitely one of them that's been coming out with some solid stuff and some solid third-party figures and original stuff, not certain companies that just kind of try to pawn off recasts. We have a few now, like Toys Era. We have Premier Toys. We have this company, SooSoo Toys. We have Mars Toys, that are giving us good characters like the Joker, for example, the 1966 Joker, which I will do in a separate review. Saturn Toys, which is rumored to be the same thing, that kind of came out with their take on Batman and Robin, which is sort of a knockoff of the 66 series. But the bottom line is that there's a lot of competition out there now, and Hot Toys, for the price point, this is very appealing to people. This guy here was under $200, and for a figure these days of this magnitude and this mass with the body that he's on, you would think, if Hot Toys did something like this figure would be like mid twos to three, right? Especially if you throw an extra head sculpt, maybe they would have done a couple extra accessories, made it like a DX. This could easily be a much more expensive figure. But I think with the license and with the character, Hot Toys isn't always quick to experiment with these type of releases. So they'll do Daredevil, but they won't do him. They won't do the boss. They won't do Kingpin, right? And a lot of other villains like the Joker, for example, the 66 Joker, or other characters. They're coming out with the Riddler now from 66, and Hot Toys never touched those guys. They don't like the ones that may not be a slam dunk, as we would say. So I think it's kind of nice that there's companies like these that'll kind of complement and kind of help fill out your collection with those other characters. And this is no exception. Now, this is the Boss Man 2.0, which we all know is Kingpin from Daredevil. And they did come out with a version before him I wasn't even really too fully aware of, but it's a similar figure with a head sculpt that looks just as nice. But I think they also had like he was bloody, like a bloody version with like there was blood splattered on his clothes. This one was a limited release. I think they only are making, I forgot if it was 300 or I don't know if it says it right there. This was an exclusive, and I know it's limited. It's either 300 or 500. I don't remember the exact number, but they're not making too many of them. And at the price point, I was like, yeah, let me give this a shot, because I definitely want to add a Daredevil to my collection. And I don't know if I want the traditional red and black or if I want the She-Hulk version that he's wearing, like the yellow costume, which is very nice as well. So I have to kind of make up my mind with that. But in the meantime, I have this to go with it. Now, it's a very simplistic figure, but yet it's very stunning. And I was like very impressed when I took it out of the box. As you see the stand, and the stand does say DD, so this is the Daredevil Kingpin, obviously. And if you look at the pattern on the stand, it matches the shirt, which is kind of nifty, kind of cool. And it's cohesive, really nice. Shoes on it's really nice. The clothes and the outfit is very well done. Feels very, very nice and streamlined, not bulky, not everything looks to scale. The buttons, the collar, the tailoring is very nice. Look at the chain around his neck is very nice, definitely in scale, nice touch, stands out. The shirt, the hat that he's holding now, I kind of like him better like this. I showed him in the beginning with the hat on, but this head sculpt is magnificent. So I think it's kind of nice to like have him not wear the hat and have him holding it, looking all dapper with the cane, with the diamond on the end there, the crystal diamond topper there. Really nice. And you can go with that look too, which also looks cool. I mean, he does look cool with the hat on as well. In addition to what he comes with here, with the stand and obviously the body, he comes with additional holding hands. And underneath here, which I didn't even notice at first or take out yet, he does come with the overcoat. So he comes with a longer overcoat. And I've seen others put it on for the sake of the review. I'm not going to bother. It would be a bit of a task with this body, but at the same time, I think I like him like this. I don't think I need him wearing the long trench coat. But if you put the longer trench coat look on him, I would imagine then the hat would make more sense at that point to kind of complete his look. I haven't attempted to take the jacket off or see what he looks like without the jacket on, but I wouldn't imagine you'd really want to. To me, out of the box, he looked perfect like this. And this is kind of how I'm going to display him. And honestly, I was blown away. Now I know some people have talked about the body being very massive and bulky. I think from what I remember, it's a world box body, and it is a little stiff. So he's not very articulated. But at his size and the mass, it's a very nice body that gets the job done, and kind of it's very heavy, and it feels very sturdy. He can stand very well with or without the stand. But if you secure the feet, because I did have him stand on his own before I put him on the stand, and as long as you secure the feet and you have the feet, balanced, he does stand very well. Especially a stand like this that kind of blends in and goes with it with the white and the red that goes with the outfit and the hat. So it's pretty cool. But let me tell you, the body is very nice and the head sculpt is very nice. I mean, the likeness is there. There's no doubt about it who this is and who the actor is and what version of Kingpin this is. I mean, it's really, really nice. I'm going to start spinning this thing again so you can kind of get a 360 look here. And, I'm very looking forward to more releases like this. Hot Toys really does need to kind of keep their eye on the game and on the ball because, like I said, a figure like this and this size, he clearly, like when you put him next to other figures, he overshadows them. He's got shelf presence the minute you take him out of the box. He's huge, and the fact that he's under $200 is amazing. So great price point. The body I think works for this type of figure. Yes, it's a little stiff, and yes, it's a little hard to work with because he is kind of a museum pose type of figure. I mean, if you want to try to do something like that, good luck. You could, but it would take some work. The body's very stiff and sturdy. But I always in this hobby love and appreciate uh, secure, stern, like good, well-made feeling bodies. I don't like flimsy bodies. I don't like bodies that feel like they're cheap. I always like the bodies that feel like they have some weight to it, some quality to it, and that you feel confident that it's not going to break easy or go flying off your shelf, even being on a stand. Because sometimes you get these figures with the flimsy feet that just don't keep the body upright, and depending what you put on the body, it can kind of interfere with the law of gravity even more. So I do appreciate this. So this is pretty much it. I mean, what you see is what you get, other than the additional trench coat that comes under the tray. So remember that. You don't see it, obviously. You got to know what's under there. What you see is what you get. It's very simplistic. It's pretty much pose ready. You take him out of the box, you pop him on the stand, you put the cane in his hand or however you want to pose him, and you can either have him hold the hat or put the hat on his head, and you're good to go. So yeah, I mean, well done, SooSoo Toys. Well done, and I look forward to other things they're going to come out with. And yeah, it's to me, it's an amazing figure. The tailorship, the clothes, everything, the details is fantastic. I love the shoes, the little details, with the hat and the cane. It's really nice. And yeah, I say if you're a Daredevil fan, or if you just have an appreciation for 1/6 figures, because this wasn't necessarily a must-have for me, but when I saw how it looked, I got curious about it, and for the price point, once again, I gave it a shot. And for what you get for the money, it's fantastic. And I was blown away. I was like, wow, this is so good. And you don't always expect that with third-party figures, but this one had that Hot Toys or that professional, commercially released figure feel when you took it out of the box. The weight, the look, the sculpt, just everything is just the paintwork. It's just so well done. So this is definitely a win. Definitely a win. I know SooSoo Toys may not knock it out of the park all the time. There may be other figures that people don't like as much or what have you. Everything has variants, but this one is definitely a win. And if you're a Kingpin fan or a Marvel fan or definitely a Daredevil fan, or even if you liked him when he reappeared in the MCU with the Hawkeye series, so be it. It's definitely a eye catcher. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, not much more to say. I would say if you like this, if you're a fan of Marvel or this universe, go get them. Go get them while supplies last because this one is limited. There's not as many made of this one, I think, as the first one. So if you like this one, go get them now. All right. Till next time, guys. Jobus34. Peace out.